Sunday of the 4th week of Lent. Tension. As he went away from there, the scribes and the Pharisees began to press him hard. Luke chapter 11, verse 53. Lent is not a solo journey. Whether we are reading and praying with a small group or on our own, we are being accompanied by Jesus, who is leading us to Jerusalem, and by Mary, who has been walking with us every step of the way. As we have gone through the parables of the Good Samaritan and the prodigal son, we have also been journeying with other figures from the Gospels: the 12 apostles, Jesus' 70 other disciples, and the outcasts and sinners, all of whom are convicted by Jesus' words and long to keep following him. Another group is also part of the crowd following Jesus on his way to Jerusalem: the scribes and the Pharisees, whom we have mentioned only briefly so far, are of particular importance on this journey. They too are present to hear Jesus' teaching and witness his acts of compassion and mercy. But unlike the apostles, disciples, and sinners who are captivated by Jesus, these members of the religious elite respond very differently to him. Jesus calls out their hypocrisy, and he doesn't mince words. "You fools," Jesus declares in Luke 11:40. He criticizes the Pharisees for caring so much about appearances, particularly their own, that they neglect what is of importance to God. He condemns the scribes just as harshly, claiming that their faulty standards for following the law are an obstacle that keeps people from coming to God. "Woe to you," Jesus says, again and again, condemning their failings and hardness of heart. Luke 11:42-52. Imagine how the Pharisees and scribes react. They are probably humiliated, scandalized, and indignant that this teacher from Nazareth has the gall to say such things. They are so offended by Jesus' attack on their reputation that they cannot recognize the truth of God's law or the mercy behind Jesus' words. Instead of turning an honest eye on themselves, they focus their glares on Jesus. The scene in Luke 11 has an ominous ending. As he went away from there, the scribes and Pharisees began to press him hard and to provoke him to speak of many things, lying in wait for him to catch him in something he might say. Luke 11, verses 53 and 54. Prepare yourself. This week, you will feel a shift as the tension grows between Jesus and those who will eventually call for his death. In it all, we will stay close to Mary, for this week presents a unique lens on how she experienced this stage of the journey. For your prayer, spend an additional 15 minutes today in prayer. Reflect on the lives of Jesus and Mary through the Rosary. Aim to pray 3 decades if you can. At the end of each decade, pause for a few minutes in silence and ask Mary to speak to you about the tension with the scribes and Pharisees. Then ask Mary to take you to her Son. Let go of any distractions and let this happen however the Spirit desires. Simply ask Mary to bring you to Jesus. What words stood out to you as you pray? Enjoy your prayer.